Oh yeah, that low pass, yeah, I was just having fun. Or the high pass, you mean? Yeah, I was just having fun. Yeah. Yeah, I always get confused too, low pass and high pass. You think low pass, it would, you know, but high pass, it passes to high frequencies. So, you know, it's backwards. Well, not really. I don't know. We're gonna mix it up tonight, play some different genres. Well, it's all gonna be deep, you know my style, deep minimal stuff. But you know, this will be a cool night. I think you guys like this. I'm gonna start playing more chill, deep music at nighttime for you guys. I think. Just let me know what you want. I get no feedback. You know, if somebody criticize me or tell me you want me to play this shit, play some disco, buddy. Or fucking play some Europop. I don't care. I like all music, pretty much, except for the jogger music. I can't really get down with that. lot of shy cons you gotta learn to.
Thank you very much.
I wanted to talk about language because I feel like it's a very important thing to discuss. We have a hard time discerning between crafted speech and natural speech that we consciously want to use and express ourselves with. In the book Go Free, Jason talks about the subconscious and the conscious when it comes to its ability to discern between reality and a constructed reality inside of the brain. And the more that we get exposed to speech, particularly what he describes as meme pathogens, whether we like it or not, we're still going to end up using that speech because our subconscious brain picks up on it, sees other people using it, and determines that it is something appropriate to be using.
Well, we'll have you both talk to it. Did you hear the question?
I did not.
Okay, the question is specifically for you. Where did you gain your resistance for not dating non-white males?
Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual.
Well, we'll have you both talk to it. Did you hear the question?
I did not.
Okay, the question is specifically for you. Where did you gain your resistance for not dating non-white males?
Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual. Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual. Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual. When you start being attracted to males and everything, never once did I really ever look at a non-white and thought I wanted to breed with them at all. Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual. Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual.
Ever look at a non-white and thought I wanted to breed with them at all.
Honestly, I think it was just very instinctual.
I wanted to breed with them.
For most people, I really think that's just a natural phenomenon. I think it's mainly outside influence. I think if we didn't have the propaganda and the brainwashing happen, most people would gravitate towards their own. I mean, there's always going to be a freakish minority that do, but I can't say that I've just naturally always been attracted to European males, and preferably ones that have similar features and heritage with myself. European males, and preferably ones that have similar features and heritage with myself.
European males, and preferably ones that have similar features and heritage with myself.
Well said.
Yeah, I thought I would just piggyback really quickly and say that, it's a lot of it too. It's just like, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you just fine.
Personal experiences and observations that one can have.
Ever look at a non-white and thought I wanted to breed with them at all.
Of law enforcement in this country. And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question.
Greetings. This is Raymond Foster from the Australian Vanguard. I hope you're doing great. This morning I went on a morning walk and I found a fair few election signs around. So I thought that was pretty cool, and you'll see that in. Take it easy.
Naming that people as a group. And finally, naming that people as a victim group. That was a contradictory morality. that he applied to the anti-white narrative. What did Donald Trump do?
So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
What did Donald Trump do?
So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
That he applied in the face of, with disgust, to Catherine Herridge, who was interviewing him. He also applied a different morality when he went afield of what their views were. The anti-white narrative's views are on the Confederate flag and what everybody must think about it, what it must mean, what the history is, etc. All anti-white narrative garbage. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a day for the biggest of celebrations. I can see landfall in the distance, and you. We should all rise to our feet right now to the sounds of the footfalls of the spirit of the West.
Stay white,
cresting the horizon in that western sunrise. If you have the eyes to see, you will know the power of what was just done. What did Donald Trump do?
So are white people. More white people.
And everyone, love them. 41 BMC, of course. Really appreciate your comments lately, and appreciate everyone's comments and support. And of course, we support all each other. I support all of you all every way I can. So I'm right there for you, just as much as you are for me. Greatly appreciate everything. So, with that all said, we have another little sheet of homework for August 6th today, Thursday. It's on the flip side of August 5th, Wednesday, which was yesterday. I went ahead and just flipped it over. We got Thursday, August 6th right there. Now this is a menu, which I got. So for today, there's some other restaurant stuff on there. So it's not the cleanest, but nonetheless, that's what I use for today's homework assignment. If I may keep that whole theme going of doing our homework. That's what we're doing every day. Every day we do something for going free for White Wellbeing. That's doing our homework. That is doing our job. We can all rest assured that that we're doing our job. We're doing our work. Every single thing we do for White Wellbeing, whether it's just discovering a mean pathogen in yourself. That's doing homework. That's going free.
How the anti-whites sculpt their
anti-white.
It's always wrought so that in the end, their anti-white ample reason.
How awesome does this shirt look? Total awesomeness, right? So, Raymond, thank you so much. These are awesome, man. These look even better, you know, in real life than they do on a screen. This is a magnificently well done shirt. I mean, talk about going from, you know, my ratty shirts to this night and day, right? So now I'm gonna look clean, now I'm gonna look sharp, and we'll see if that makes a difference. We got, of course, no white guilt. Front and center, nice and big. Now, check out the back. I don't know if y'all could see that. Go free with White Wellbeing. What could be better than this? Folks, I encourage you all to, if you want a shirt like this or another shirt, go to Raymond. He has a lot of different designs. And if you haven't seen him, go to him and ask him. He has a lot of different designs. He'll be more than happy to ship them out to you, I'm sure.
The first thing that you should be absolutely elated about is that the anti-whites here, we can be ecstatic over the fact that they are using the concept anti-white. The concept anti-white. Every time they use the concept anti-white, your smile should get bigger and bigger, because this is the inverse of their anti-white slur concept that has stood as the central pillar to anti-whiteism for the totality of your life and generations before. Anti-white. Please let them use anti-white more and more. Let them. What else do you see here? First thing, you see them using a concept that is pure acid. We are making this happen. And now with the work that we are doing behind the scenes, things that those with eyes to see have already been able to see and more will be able to see soon, as it becomes increasingly evident. That is why the anti-whites are now saying, we're not anti-white, we're not anti-white, we have changed the conversation. No one has done this before. No one. We have made this happen. Anti-white narrative. And then the next thing that you should be extremely excited about is that they are denying that they are anti-white. That is glorious. Let them deny all day long that they're anti-white. Why? Let them deny. Because then we get to say where that line is drawn. No, I don't think you have proven yet that you're not anti-white. I don't think that you've gone far enough. I don't think that you have abased yourself enough. You have to do more to prove that you're not anti-white than just simply say that you're not anti-white. We are making this happen. And now with the work that we are doing behind the scenes, things that those with eyes to see have already been able to see and more will be able to see soon, as it becomes increasingly evident. That is why the anti-whites are now saying, we're not anti-white, we're not anti-white, we have changed the conversation. We have made this happen. Idea, policy, etc., that could in any way be interpreted as anti-white or inflict any sort of harm on Western kind and Western civilization. Okay.
An odd feeling. A rhythmic, mechanical hum of cold steel air gnawing at his spirit like a greedy rat. His ecology gauged by levels of despair. These miracles of frivolous convenience have made him lazy, flaccid, indifferent, and fat. He trudges along a useless destination, mimicking the movements of others at his side. These lurking suspicions of alienation, this relentless humming, hammering at his mind in some obscure cubicle where he feels no pride. Monitors hypnotize reminders of his guilt. Any attempt to question is harshly rebuffed. In a civilization his forefathers built, pushing him deeper into capitulation. Rising from his workspace jail, he proclaims, "Enough!" Vigorous zeal encapsulated in one word, ignoring their vile, vitriolic exchanges. He is transcending the evil, ugly, and absurd, purging the stigma, and finally going free as this journey for his identity rages. Every awakening requires clarity, confidence of the transparent and explicit, loving one's people unapologetically, invigorating his body, healing his soul. He's found his family within his biosphere.
Welcome to the occupation. Time to eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. Ritual humiliation. Numb it up with drugs. Take the drugs. Till you get the hang of the new rules. Time to eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. Time to eat the bugs. Welcome to the new inversion. Your culture's obsolete. Obsolete. Addicted to a new perversion. You are what you eat. What you eat. Soon you'll get the hang of the new rules. Time to eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. 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 Time to eat the bugs. Time to eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. Time to 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 eat the bugs. bugs. Time to eat the bugs. Time to eat the bugs. Welcome to the occupation. Time to eat bugs. Eat the bugs. Mandatory chemical castration. In the name of love. Name of love. Soon you'll get the hang of the new rules. Time to eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. 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 I have become this. I now see my fate. All that I have declared as mine, all lost in my dying time. Ooh, all lost in my dying time. Ooh, my dying time. Am I alive inside the darkness? In my dying time, will I just slide into the abyss? In my dying time, will I live on to see the light? I have prepared the journey through all of the smoke and turning. As I cross the river like a dream, is this what it seems? Is I alive inside the darkness? In my dying time, will I just slide into the abyss? In my dying time. In my dying time.
In the hope of a peaceful resolution offered by the work that we are doing, an adaptation from the Chronicles of Foucault by Gen X and Y. There were young knights among them who had never been present at a stricken battlefield. Some could not look upon it, and some could not speak. They held themselves apart from the others who were cutting down the prisoners at my lord's orders, for the prisoners were a body too numerous to be guarded by those of us who were left. Then Jean d'Arry, an aged knight of Burgundy, who had been sore wounded in the fight, rode up to the group of young knights and said, "All ye maidens with your downcast eyes, look well upon it, see all of it, close your eyes to nothing, for the battle is fought to be won, and it is this that happens if you lose."
You can have my tongue when you can't speak. You can take all my I would, I would, I would. I would, I would, I would. My lover asked me if I'd kill the man. I would, I would, I would. I would, I would, I would. My lover asked me if I'd kill the man. I would, I would. My lover asked me if I'd kill the man. I would, I would. You can have my time. I would, I would. When you can speak. I would, I would, I would. You can take all my words. I would, I would. Till there ain't a syllable left in me. I would, I would, I would. I would, I would, I would. My lover asked me if I'd kill him. I would, I would, I would. My lover asked me if I'd kill him. I would, I would, I would. I would, I would, I would.
DJ Boxcar, getting the bass.
Welkom. DJ. I gotta get that, like, you know, that jogger sound, that like horn, that like air horn, that doo 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 doo. The sound the jogs use all the time. 40 tonight. That deep stuff. DJ, cue ball, get in the bass.